We want to learn how to use Bootstrap as a front-end framework. Bootstrap comes with CSS and JavaScript and of course HTML that is embedded together to make the work of a developer easier, especially on creating web applications that can scale across devices. That means applications that are able to scale in, or rather fit automatically in a mobile phone, in a tablet, in a computer, or any other device, and adjust accordingly, so that someone cannot just start scrolling from left to right. So that is part of the advantages that we get from Bootstrap. So there are two ways that we need to be able to achieve that. Either one, we download the Bootstrap files, or rather, we can also link with the online code. So for this case, maybe we can start a new project somewhere on the computer. We can call this project Savannah Hotels. Then maybe we use our editor. So if you're using Visual Studio Code, open Visual Studio Code and then now open your folder. So just say open folder, then I go straight to where I saved my folder, which is Savannah Hotels, something like that. And then I can now create my files there. So I can just start. For a start, I can start with 3 files. So the first file usually is index.html. Then we create another file, we call it maybe about.html. Then we also create one more file and call it, let me call it contact.html. So these are my 3 files. And then as usual, we can now download the boilerplate template. I'm using Visual Studio, so I'm expecting the autosave mode should be on. And also, I already have this extension. I have this extension called Love Server, which is already installed to enable me to launch my application directly from the interface. So I think that is okay. So what else do I need? Maybe I can just minimize the sidebar, something like that, so that at least my view becomes a bit bigger. So let me generate the boilerplate template, and then I'll maybe change the heading here to home page. Then I also go to about, put the exclamation mark, enter. Then change this to about, about us page. And then now the last one, which is contact, and then I change the title to contact page. So that's something like that. So I'm now ready to begin. I'm now ready to link my applications. So I think this is okay. So one, I need now to be able to connect my HTML files with Bootstrap. So I said there are two things. If you go to getbootstrap.com, you'll be able to find, there are several versions here for Bootstrap. Version 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the most latest is 5.3. So if you want to download, of course, any version, you just need to change from here, pick what you want. Then at the end of the day, you should get a link down somewhere that can enable you to download the offline versions and then now link them manually. So where is the link? Let me show you. Usually the links are located somewhere. I think under download folder, you should be able to see the links. Yeah, so you can download. So that means you are interested in linking them locally. So if you're interested in linking them locally, maybe you're working on a project and you are not sure whether you'll be having internet all through as you work on the project, then you can just say download, and then you download your application. So you can save this download somewhere, and then at the end of the day you open the content. So when you open the content, so it is the content, these two folders, that we want to put on in our project. So my project was Savannah Hotels, so I can decide to put them there. So if you go to Savannah Hotels, then you should be able to find these two folders, JS and CSS. That is if you want to work with them offline. Now, how do you link them up? I think I can show the left folder appearance, sidebars. So I can just come to here, to where exactly? Here, Explorer. You can go to the Explorer, at least you'll be able to see your folders here. So there's this folder CSS and there's this folder JS that has so many files, but we are just interested with one file, actually two files. So I can come here and introduce my script, my CSS. So we usually link HTML to CSS using the link tag, and then now you define the source, that is at this point of the href attribute. So the source is my folder called CSS, and then the file that I'm interested actually here is just one file called bootstrap.min.css. So I need on that one file, bootstrap dot can use bootstrap.grid.min.css. That file is located in this folder, bootstrap.grid.min.css, but there are so many other files that again I can use. Even this one, bootstrap.min.css, I think I can use that one, bootstrap.min.css. I just need to come here and say bootstrap.min.css. So that is okay. Then now the other one is now the file JavaScript, this one. So the JavaScript file, here we also have bootstrap.min.js. So I can link it up here using the script tag. Let me just type script so that my studio can auto generate script. Can pick the one that has src source. Then now from there you type the source. The source is my folder called JS, and then the file in question is bootstrap.min.js. So this is what we need. That's what we need. So I think I now don't need those subfolders. I can now hide them, and I can now hide the sidebar. So I need that in the 3 pages. So maybe you can just copy and paste. Now, if you are sure you'll always be having internet, then you don't need to download. You don't need to download. Just need to come to the very version that you're interested in, and then you'll be able to get these two links here. Yeah, so the first link is linking to bootstrap.min.css. The other one is linking now to the JavaScript. So you can just click copy, and then now come, instead of using the way we've done, you just paste the two links on your something, somewhere between the head tag. So you'll still achieve the same, only that now for this one you are referencing to files that are hosted online on this server, jsdelive.net. So that is okay. So what do you need to test whether really we are connected? We can just create a button, for example, and then call this button like login, and then now we test whether really we are connected by calling a class that is in Bootstrap, a class called btn and another called btn danger that makes buttons to appear red. So we can test and confirm whether really we are connected, and for sure we are connected because before we called before you call that class, then your button will not be having such a background. The button will just not be having such a background. So that means we are really connected and we are set to start building on top of Bootstrap. Thank you. Let us now meet in the next session.